Hi, this is Bill, and right now I'm going to explain to you about a speaking problem that I have seen and heard far too many times since I came to Korea. Now, it's a very easy phrase. The simple phrase, nice to meet you. Yeah, you probably know it. You've probably said it. But the problem is so many Korean people don't understand when to really use the phrase nice to meet you. Because when you meet somebody new, that means you told them your name, they told you their name. Many times I'm just walking down the street, I'm shopping or something, and then a Korean person says, "Hi, nice to meet you." And I think, I don't know your name. I didn't tell you my name. We didn't meet. How can it be nice? So if you look at the board right here, here I am, Bill. Hi, Korean person. Nice to meet you. There's no, hi, my name is Bill. My name is Han, nice to meet you. There's not that. Just Bill says hi, Korean person says, nice to meet you. But we didn't meet each other. You don't know my name. I don't know your name. Don't be that guy, okay? The proper way to do this now, here's a sample dialogue where you use the easy phrase, nice to meet you, properly. It goes like this. Bill, that's me. Bill says, hi. And then Korean person says, hello, my name is Han. Oh, my name is Bill. Maybe we shake hands. Nice to meet you. Yes, because you did meet me. And then if there's one more, I say, nice to meet you too. Because you met me, I met you. You said your name, I said my name. If you didn't learn the new person's name and you didn't tell them yours, you didn't meet them. So it can't be nice to meet you. Okay? Remember that. Exchange names, then nice to meet you. Don't just, hi, nice to meet you, because you didn't meet me yet. I hope you can remember that, and I hope it helps you. See you next video. Hi, this is Bill, and right now I'm just going to talk to you about a speaking problem that I've seen many of my students make many times. Okay? Now, two phrases here. Now, the first one is nice to meet you. That's an easy phrase that many Korean people know. But I just want to remind you, we use nice to meet you when you meet a new person for the first time, okay? Something like, hello, my name is John. Hello, my name is Tom. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. You tell someone your name, they tell you their name. Nice to meet you, because you learned each other's names. That's when you say, nice to meet you. Now, you need to remember that you only say nice to meet you the first time you meet that person, okay? If you see them again 2 days later, don't say, hi, nice to meet you, because it's not your first meeting anymore, okay? Some of my students, I've been teaching them for over a month right now, but I still walk into the classroom and they're like, Bill, nice to meet you. And I just think to myself, you see me every day. And we met each other a long time ago. No, if it's not the first time you're meeting someone, if it's someone you're seeing again, nice to see you. Okay? It's not nice to meet you. You don't say nice to meet you to your friends who you see many times. All right? But if you see your friends on the weekend, nice to see you. Because nice to meet you, you only get to do that once. That's the first time you meet a new person. For your friends and other people, always nice to see you. Okay? I hope you can remember the difference. I hope this is helpful. And I hope you don't say nice to meet you to people you met a long time ago. All right? See you next video. Hi, this is Bill, and right now I'm going to help you with how to ask for directions. Now, maybe you're traveling in an English-speaking country and you lose your way. You get lost. You have a map, but it's not helping you. So, to make your situation better, you have to ask someone for directions. Now, maybe you're nervous to do this, but you really shouldn't be, because asking for directions is very easy to do. It's very simple, okay? And right now, I'm going to teach you 2 expressions that can help you ask for directions so you can get to where you need to go. Now, the first one I have here is this. It is, excuse me, I'm looking for, okay? It starts with, excuse me. That's how you get someone's attention, okay? Excuse me or pardon me, same meaning. But excuse me is like, look at me, please, but it's polite. Excuse me, and you get the attention. They know you want to talk to them. So you start, excuse me, I'm looking for my hotel, okay? You tell the person you're looking for your hotel, but you can't find it, so they will help you find your hotel. Or maybe, excuse me, I'm looking for the train station. And now they know you want to go to the train station, so they will help you find it. Let's take a look at some written examples of this statement. All right, now here are the examples for you. You have, excuse me, I'm looking for the embassy. Excuse me, I'm looking for the embassy. Pardon me, I'm looking for my hotel. Pardon me, I'm looking for my hotel. Excuse me, I'm looking for a good restaurant. Excuse me, I'm looking for a good restaurant. All right, now here's my second example for you of how you can ask for directions. Now, the first one was a statement. Now this time, I have a question to show you. Now, the question here is, can you help me find? Now, if you want, you can start again with, excuse me or pardon me, because remember, that gets the attention of the person you're talking to. But then, after that, you can go with the question, can you help me find the bank? Can you help me find the embassy? Okay? Once again, if you ask them this question, you're asking for help. So, they will then help you find what you're looking for with the simple question, can you help me find the bus station? Okay, let's see some written examples of this being used. Now here are the examples for our next phrase. Can you help me find the train station? Can you help me find the train station? Can you help me find downtown? Can you help me find downtown? Can you help me find the market? Can you help me find the market? All right, so now all you have to remember are these two expressions. Excuse me, I'm looking for my hotel. Or can you help me find the train station? So please remember, excuse me, I'm looking for, or can you help me find? If you remember those two expressions and you pick which one you like more, the next time you're traveling and you get lost and you use one of those expressions, I promise you it will help you and make finding your way around a foreign country much easier than you think it is. Okay? I hope that helps. See you next video. Goodbye. Hello, I'm Bill, and in this video we're going to talk about something fun that people like to do, and that's vacation. We like to go on vacation, and we like to tell people about our vacations, because if we can make them jealous, that's even better. Now, there's two questions here that we're going to use to talk about vacation. One question is where we go for vacation. And the other question is what we do when on vacation. Now, the first question is, did you go anywhere for vacation? So vacation time is finished and it's just time to talk about it. So they ask this question and there's different answers you can give. The easiest, yes, I did, but that's boring. Easy's not always good because you want to be interesting when you talk. So, someone asks you, did you go anywhere for vacation? Well, start by, where did you go? I went to Busan, or I went to Jeju. Popular places people love to go to. Or you could just say, I went to the beach, because people like the beach. So that's a place as well. Now, went to is good to say. You can also go with visited. And again, just what place did you visit? We have I visited Hala Mountain, or I visited Haeundae Beach. Those are all good places to visit. But now, sometimes you can't go on vacation. Something stops you from going on vacation. And if that happens, you can use this phrase. We have no, I had to. And we say I had to because that means something stopped you. So now it could be, no, I had to work. Ugh. Or no, I had to save money. Because if you need to save money, vacation's not a good idea. Now, let's look at some more examples of using these. The question was, did you go anywhere on vacation this year? Answers can be, I went to the USA, or I visited Beijing, or I was too busy to go anywhere. Okay, now that we've talked about where we go for vacation, we're going to talk about what we do when we're on vacation. All right? And so when that happens, we have this question here. What did you do on vacation? Because we go somewhere, but now we have to do something. Now, the answers are not like before with the I went to, I visited. All right? You got to think a little more, but it's still easy. You start with I, of course, but now doing something, you need a verb. So you have to use past tense verb because vacation, it's finished. So you have to say things like, I swam at the beach, or I swam in a pool. something like I hiked on a mountain, all right? Just fill in what you were doing, okay? Now, some people when they go on vacation, they don't like to do many things. For some, vacation is about being lazy. So some people may just say, vacation? I just rested. That's time to relax, time to feel good again. Okay? Let's take a look at some more examples of these. Now, this question is, what did you do during your vacation? You can say, I swam at the beach. Or maybe, I rowed a boat to Jeju. Or, I just relaxed and read a lot. Okay, so there you have two good and easy questions about vacations. You have the, did you go anywhere on vacation? And then the, what did you do on vacation? Now, good to ask these questions to people, but it's better to answer the questions because that means you had vacation. So, I hope you can talk about vacations, and I hope you get to take many vacations yourself. All right, see you next time. Thank you. All right, hi, I'm Bill, and what I have for you right now are 3 questions you can ask a foreigner about their country. Because I know this, people like to talk about where they're from. It's easy and it's comfortable for us to do. Now, the first question we have here is this. What is the food like in your country? Now, many Korean people, they say, our food is spicy. But now, some countries, they don't eat a lot of spicy food. So sometimes they might say, our food is sweet. Or even they might answer, how do they make the food? Something like, our food is grilled, or our food is fried. This is all possible answers. Now, another thing is about the food is they could talk about what food is popular, okay? Now, just like this, we eat a lot of. Now, I know from living in Korea, we eat a lot of kimchi. All right, it's true every day, even me. But now, other countries maybe, like America, we eat a lot of beef. It's very popular, okay? And almost not every day, but almost. It seems like that happens. Or even, we eat a lot of eggs. Just what do you eat a lot of? Okay, let's look at next question. All right, now here's another question you can ask a foreigner about their country. And it goes like this. What is your country famous for? This is just about what is popular in their country. What do people do? What do people know about? Okay, so now I'm an American, so if someone were to ask me, what is America famous for? I could just answer like this. Many people know Hollywood. Yeah, Hollywood, where America makes the movies, okay? You can say many people know Hollywood, or it's okay, it's famous for Hollywood, okay? Now, by it, I mean my country. So, my country, it's famous for Hollywood. We want to change it a bit. We can talk about Canada. What is Canada famous for? Well, that's easy. We could do many people know maple syrup. Very tasty Canadian food. And also, it's famous for maple syrup. Okay? So these are 2 things that are equal that you can use to answer this question. Okay, let's look at the last question now. All right, now, here's our last question that will help you get a foreigner to tell you about their home country. And it just goes like this. What is there to see in your country? Kind of what is famous again, but something to see, something to go see at, okay? So now, what we have here is the answer can go, people come to see. Now, if the person is from France, the easy answer is, people come to see Eiffel Tower. Or someone from China, people come to see the Great Wall. Or again, maybe a Japanese person is visiting, they can say, people come to see Mount Fuji. Now again, if you travel to another country and someone asks you about Korea, you can just say, people come to see Seoul, or people come to see Gyeongbok Palace, the famous things to see. All right, let's take a look at some examples. Question 1. What is the food like in your country? We eat a lot of vegetables. Our food is mostly fried. We don't eat much fruit. What is your country famous for? It's famous for ice hockey. Many people know about our mountains. It's famous for beautiful beaches. What is there to see in your country? People come to see our old castles. People come to see our historical places. People come to see our modern cities. All right, so there you have 3 questions that you can ask a foreigner about their country. It's a great way to start a conversation, and it's also a great way to learn something about another place. I hope this helps you, and I hope you can try it soon. Thank you. Hi, this is Bill, and right now I'm going to help you with your understanding of a word. Now, well, that word is free, and it's a very short word, very easy word, but it has a lot of different meanings. And well, right now I want to talk to you about how the word free is used in a sentence, because where the word free is can change the meaning of the sentence a lot, okay? Now, if we just look here at what I've got written on the board, now just 2 little phrases here, and it's the same words, see, free and alcohol, both times, but the meaning is very different. See up here, if we put the word free in front of the word, then like here, free alcohol, that means the alcohol is free and you do not pay money for alcohol. If you see a sign, free alcohol, that means you go and you get alcohol. You don't give money. The alcohol is free. Free alcohol, don't have to pay money. It's a good thing. Now down here though, we have alcohol free. That means there is no alcohol, okay? There's no alcohol in the drink. So you can say Coca-Cola is a alcohol-free drink because there's no alcohol in the cola. Another example here is maybe there's a sign that says free kittens. Free kittens. So that means if you want to take a kitten home for a pet, you do not have to give money. You can just go and take the kitten home with you. All right. Now another example here where free is after the word. Maybe you're in a convenience store and you want to buy a little coffee drink. And well, some coffee drinks will say on them, sugar free. Now that means that coffee drink, there's no sugar in the drink. It's not a sweet drink. It's just coffee, no sugar. Okay? So just remember, before the word means you don't pay money for it. After the word, that means that word is not there. So alcohol-free, no alcohol. Sugar-free, no sugar. Let's take a look at some written examples of this. Here's sentences using the word free differently. All soft drinks come with free refills. All soft drinks come with free refills. Order a set and you'll get a free side dish. Order a set and you'll get a free side dish. The hotel serves a free breakfast. The hotel serves a free breakfast. This park is smoking free. This park is smoking free. I want an alcohol-free drink. I want an alcohol-free drink. The cinema should be talking free. The cinema should be talking free. All right, so there you saw some written sentences about where the word free can be in a sentence. Now, before we finish, I just want to tell you about something I saw once while I was here in Korea. One time I was riding the subway and I noticed there was a poster at the station, and the poster was for a music festival. Now, what they were trying to do, I noticed this, they wanted it to say that the festival was free for foreigners, which meant foreigners did not have to buy a ticket to go into the festival. Now, what they wanted to do was to make it attracted to foreigners. They wanted foreigners to come there, okay? Because if they think if it's free, that's a good reason to go. We don't have to pay money. But the poster said, foreigners free. Now, this means there are no foreigners there. It's the opposite meaning that they were going for. So just remember, where you put the word free really changes the meaning. I hope this helps, and I'll see you next video. Hey, this is Bill, and I've got a nice basic English video for you here today. Now, I'm going to talk to you about silent E. Now, a silent letter is a letter in a word that we don't say. It's just there. We write the word, we write the letter, but when we read the word, we don't say that letter. Now, silent E, kind of a tricky one here. And I've got some examples to help you. Now, if you can remember your vowels, A, E, I, O, U. Now each vowel has two different sounds, the short sound and the long sound. Well, silent E is the letter E that comes at the end of a word, but we don't say the E. The E is just there to change the vowel sound. Let's take a look here and I'll show you. All right, now I have this first word here, plan, okay? That's like, I have a plan for tomorrow, okay? So we know that, a plan, you make a plan. Then, if I do this, now it's not plan-y, no, now it becomes, before it was short A, plan, now long A, plane, okay, like an airplane, all right? Look at the plane in the sky, not planny, now it's long A, plane, okay? Next thing going down here, we know this is a man's name, Tim. Maybe you have a friend named Tim, okay? But, and again, the I sound, that's short I, I. But if we go ahead and if we put silent E there, that means now time, okay? What time is it, all right? Not Timmy. Again, silent E, don't say it, but now you have the long I sound, time. All right, if you remember, Plan had the eh with short a, so does cap with the sound. All right? So if we have cap right now, let's go ahead and make cape. All right? Now we go to long a with the cape sound. All right? Keep it going here. Hop. That's short vowel O, the sound. All right? So we have hop. I just did one. All right? Now, after hop, we put short E. Don't say hoppy. We say hope. It's like, I hope it does not rain tomorrow because I'm going to the baseball game. Things like that. All right? Before it was hop, now hope with the long vowel O sound. All right? Coming up here, we haven't done one with U yet. Now, long U, it's a little strange. It's ooh, okay? But more on that. So here, short U, tub, the short vowel U, all right? From tub, we put silent E. Again, not tubby. We say tube, all right? A tube of toothpaste, okay? Goes from tub to tube, but still, I'm not saying silent E, all right? After that, we come down to bit. Bit means a small piece, you know? Can I have a bit of your bread? Well, that's bit again. Same as Tim, we have the short vowel I. So again, silent E comes in, bite, not bitty, bite going on there. Now, you're probably getting a good idea of it, so I just got two more for you. Again here, you know, remember, the short vowel U, Well, here is cut. Well, we go cut, now cute. Okay, we have cute. Look at the cute puppy. All right, and now, last one here. I've got rip, when you don't have scissors. All right, well, there's rip, and then there's ripe. Long vowel I with a silent E. So listen to me as I say these. We've got plain, time, cape, hope, tube, bite, cute, and ripe. Never did I say the E because it's silent. It's just there to make a long vowel. Okay, I hope that was helpful, and I hope I see you again soon. Thank you very much. Hi, this is Bill, and right now I have a very simple pronunciation video to go through with you. Now, sometimes in English we have silent letters. Now, these are letters that appear in a word, but we don't say them when we read that word. So it can be a little difficult when you're trying to listen or read, and I'm just going to explain this one idea to you. And that is K before N at the beginning of a word. Now, you can see all the examples behind me, but of course, in this case, if you see KN at the beginning of a word, you do not say the K sound. Okay, just forget the K's there. Well, don't forget, but ignore it, okay? Don't make that sound. So our first one here, this word is not canal, all right? That's horrible right there. What you want to do is you just want to think know, and you should know this is like, I know how to speak English, all right? These are the things you know how to do. It's not know, we just know, I know how to do things, all right? And then down to knowledge, all right? Again, no K sound. We have knowledge. Now, knowledge is all the things you know. If you have a lot of knowledge, you're a very smart person, all right? Stupid people, they have no knowledge, okay? Or maybe you just don't know about a certain topic. It's like, I have no knowledge about the Chinese language. That's a true thing. I don't know anything. All right, next we have night. Now, this is not nighttime, like, oh, day is finished. It's nighttime. Now, if there's a K here, this is like the old style in England, like King Arthur and his knights, and they wear the armor and fight with swords. That sort of thing. That's what that night means. We also have this one here, new. Okay? Now, new is just the past tense of know. It's okay. Like, many years ago, I knew someone named Paul. All right? That was in the past. I don't know him anymore, but I knew him many years ago. All right. We also have knee. That's that one right there, okay? It's like that middle part of your leg where your leg bends. That's the knee, again, not knee. Remember that. Now, kneel, very similar to knee, just plus an L. Now, kneel, it's now, sometimes people sit down on a chair, but then kneel just means to go down on your knees, okay? Probably because you don't have a chair. So you have to kneel on the floor, down on your knees, okay? Another one, knife. Very simple. You have to cut something, knife, okay? If you ever cook food or prepare food, you might need a knife to cut your vegetables. So remember, not knife, just knife. After that, another example is knit, okay? You know, if you have a handmade scarf or maybe a handmade sweater, that means you knit the scarf, okay? It's the old style. Making a scarf, you knit the scarf, handmade style. All right, then there's knob, all right? Now, knob is on some doors. Some doors have a handle, but some doors have a knob, and this is you grab it and just turn it. It's almost like a ball shape. Grab the knob, turn the knob. It's a good thing. All right, also for a door, you have knock. This is knock, knock. Anybody home? All right, you're going to visit your friend. Don't just open the door. Well, maybe, but it's polite. Knock, knock. Then someone will come and open the door for you. Okay? Then we also have not. Okay? Now, this isn't like, I am not going home. No. With a K, not is kind of like when you tie something, like your shoes. Okay? You take your shoestrings and you tie them into a knot so that they don't fall apart, okay? Tie your shoes in a knot, all right? And then down here we have knuckle, all right? Knuckle, kind of like how knee is on your leg, a knuckle is on your finger, all right? Right there, where your fingers bend, those are my knuckles, all right? So as you can see here, there's many words. There's more than these, but these are just 12 of these words where it starts with K, but we can't say the K. Well, can't, we just don't say the K, or you're going to look silly. So try to remember, KN for your pronunciation. Do not pronounce the K. Just ignore it and give it the N sound. Know, knowledge, night, new, like that. I hope that helps you, and I hope you can remember it. Thank you. Hi, this is Bill, and I'm here to help you with some pronunciation, okay? Sometimes in English, we have words that have letters we don't pronounce. We call them silent letters. And well, right here, I'm going to tell you about how the letter P can sometimes be silent. Now, this happens when the word begins with the letter P, but then it is followed by another consonant. Now, this is when we ignore the letter P and we do not actually pronounce that letter. It is only silent. So let's look right here. What I have in this word, PN begins the word, but I'm not going to say pneumonia, okay? The P is silent. So all I'm going to say is pneumonia, okay? And pneumonia is a sickness that you get in your lungs that, you know, when you're breathing, you can get sick. it's more common in the winter time, and it's kind of serious. So if you do have pneumonia, I hope you're seeing a doctor and getting help for that. But please, the help I can give you is don't say pneumonia. Just say pneumonia. And remember, it's a lung sickness. When you're breathing, it's kind of like all right here, okay? Now, the next one here, it's not psalm, all right? Now, this we just say psalm. Now, psalm is, it's a part of the Bible. If you read the Bible, if you go to church, there's a part of the Bible that's known as the Psalms, like Psalm 1, Psalm 2, and it's just, information from the Bible and things like that. If you go to church, you probably talk about that sort of thing, but what we'll talk about right now is that you should pronounce it psalm. Remember, we have a silent P, so just pronounce the S. Now, actually for the rest of these, you notice PS is getting very common, because as you look at the next one here, psychology. Okay, now psychology is a subject that maybe you or someone you know studies in school. Psychology is all about how people think. It's like the way the mind works, like why we think the way we do. That's the study of psychology. Again, not psychology, just psychology. So that down here on the next one, similar to psychology, we have psychiatrist. Now, psychiatrist is a doctor who is an expert of psychology. Okay, they've studied psychology all through university. They know psychology. They help people who want to talk to someone about how they're thinking. They want to see a doctor about their mind. They see the psychiatrist, and he helps them with emotional problems or things like that. But yes, so a psychiatrist studied psychology. Now, also similar, we have the psychic. Now, the psychic doesn't study psychology. The psychic is more of a fortune teller. If you're curious or you want to get an idea about the future, you might visit a psychic. And maybe they check your hand or they look at cards. But a psychic tries to tell you about your future. And that's what they do. So yeah, a psychic is more of what we say a fortune teller. That's a similar term right there. And then down here at the bottom, you've probably heard this before, is psycho. All right, this is someone whose mind is a little broken, okay? And maybe they do bad things because of it. Many, many scary movies have a psycho character in them who's causing problems for other people. So yeah, we have that, the psycho person. It's kind of maybe even a little crazy here, but okay. So as you notice, PS is very common, but don't say the P, all right? So just one more time, I'm gonna pronounce these for you, so listen up. We start with pneumonia, psalm, psychology, psychiatrist, psychic, and psycho. So all right, if you ever see these words in something you're reading, just remember there's a silent P when the word begins with P and is followed by a consonant. I hope that helps, and I hope you remember it. Have a good day. Hey, this is Bill, and I'm just going to talk to you about some things you can know for when you want to go to a bar to have a drink and a good time. All right, simple ones today. What we have here is a lot of places you see in Western countries, they will have a sign that says happy hour. Now, happy hour doesn't mean everyone stands around smiling. Well, hopefully they are, because in a happy hour, that means all the drinks at a bar are a discount price. There's a lower price for drinks. Maybe you can get a beer, 1+1, or there are cocktails with a lower price than what is on the normal menu. Now, just because it's called happy hour, that doesn't mean it's only 1 hour. It's not just 60 minutes. Sometimes happy hour can go for 2 hours, but it's still just called happy hour because it really means discount time. All right, when all the prices are lower than what you see on the normal menu. Okay, we also have this one here. It is draft beer. Okay, now this is beer that comes from a keg. Now a keg is a large metal container that gets delivered to the bars specially, okay? And they have to connect it so they can pour the beer into a mug. What you all know as sangmekchu, we say draft beer. Now, a lot of bars offer different varieties of beer on draft. They have many different kinds. So, if you're talking, you could ask the bartender, excuse me, what beer do you have on draft? That just means, what beer can you get in a glass mug and not a bottle? All right. We also have this one right here, a round. Okay. Now, a round in a bar means drinks for everyone at your table. Okay. So maybe you say, I will buy a round. That means you will buy a drink for everyone at your table. All right, let's look at some more example sentences of these three things. Okay, let's look at the first example. Happy hour is from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Cocktails are half the normal price. Happy hour is from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Cocktails are half the normal price. Let's move on to the next example. Draft beer tastes fresher than canned beer. Draft beer tastes fresher than canned beer. And the last example. Let me buy everyone a round of whiskey shots. Let me buy everyone a round of whiskey shots. So as you can see, these are some good things to know if you plan to go out drinking. And do remember, happy hour can be longer than an hour, so read the sign carefully and just know you get a lower price on the drinks you want to have. So it's good to come for happy hour and pay a discounted price. And then also draft beer, the beer that comes in a nice mug and not a bottle. All right, it's very popular because many people, you can't get draft beer unless you go out to a bar. And then also a round. Hey, I'll buy a round. Makes you very popular with everyone in your group. Thank you and have a good time. Hi, this is Bill. I've got a special video for you about slang. Now, I hope you already know, but I'll tell you, slang is a different way of speaking English. It's kind of like people use words differently than you see in the dictionary. But it's normally a large group of people are saying it this way, so it becomes more common than you'd think. Okay? Now I'm going to tell you some examples of British slang, because if you're ever watching television from England or a movie from England, you may hear the characters speak differently than you would hear from American speakers or Canadian speakers. So, I've got some examples here on how they speak British slang because, well, the British invented English, but they speak it very differently. All right, so the word we all know, woman, okay? Oh, that is a very beautiful woman, or she's a pretty woman. Now, we understand that. But now, British slang, oh, she's a pretty bird. Oh, look at that bird over there. Now, when they say look at that bird over there, they don't really mean like that. Bird, woman, from someone living in England. Say, oh, look at the bird at the bar. She looks good. Cheeky. All right. Now, that's one there. We also have truck. We all know that. Trucks making noise on the road. All right. Hey, well, when the truck drives by, it's very loud. Now over in British slang, they call a truck a lorry. Okay. I'm waiting for the lorry to deliver my package. Or there's a delivery lorry on the road. Or the moving men are coming in a lorry. The moving men are coming in a truck. Have that one. Truck for lorry. Now, we all know this. Apartment. My apartment is too small. Well, in England, British slang, my flat is too small. I want to move to a bigger flat. I want to move to a bigger apartment. It's all the same thing. Again, slang of Britain. Same thing here. We all know elevators. I hate being in elevators. But in an elevator, you got to get in the elevator, or if you're in England, you use the lift. Please take the elevator to the 5th floor. Please take the lift to the 5th floor. That again, British slang, they changed elevator to lift. Now, here's one that I really like. An old friend of mine used this a lot. We have here we say an idiot. You know, what an idiot. He's stupid. All right. But British slang, they say, what a knob. He's stupid. Or like, oh, look at that knob over there. I don't like him. All right. We use knob to refer to a stupid person in British slang. Okay? Now there's lots of different ways that people speak English all around the world. That's probably why it's so hard to learn. But these are just 5 examples of British slang from words we all know and we see almost every day. Okay, I hope that helps you, and I'll see you again next time. Thank you. Hi, this is Bill, and right now I'm going to teach you an idiom. Now, this idiom is very common. People use it a lot, and actually everybody uses it. Old people, young people. It's that common that it's easy to use with whoever you are talking to. And that idiom is gut feeling, okay? Now, you see it here. I underlined it in blue. Now, first let me explain to you gut, because that might be a new word for you. Now, your gut is just right here, this part of your body, kind of your stomach, okay? But now, a gut feeling isn't like a sick feeling. That's not what it means, okay? A gut feeling is just kind of like an inside feeling you have, just kind of instinct maybe, but just something, you have an idea. You can't really explain why you have this feeling. It's just a gut feeling, okay? And sometimes a gut feeling can be a good thing or a bad thing. Now, the sentence I have up here, I have a gut feeling today's going to be a good day. Now, by saying I have a gut feeling, that just means something inside you is just telling you today's going to be a good day. You don't know why, you just have this idea, today's going to be a good day. Or there's the opposite here. You could just say, I have a gut feeling this is going to be a bad day. Now, that just means something is telling you today's not going to be good, okay? Again, more of like an instinct kind of feeling, all right? Now, we're going to look at some written examples of gut feeling being used. Now, take a look at sentences using the idiom gut feeling. That couple fights all the time. I have a gut feeling they will break up soon. The sky is so dark, I have a gut feeling that rain is coming. I have a gut feeling something good is about to happen. Okay, so there you saw ways that we can use the idiom gut feeling. Now, There's lots of different ways you can do it, as long as you remember it's just an inside feeling that's giving you an idea about what's going to happen, okay? Maybe you look out the window and you see a lot of gray clouds. So you have a gut feeling it's gonna rain soon, okay? Maybe you buy a lotto ticket and you have a gut feeling it's going to be a winner. Just you get a feeling from inside that tells you something's gonna happen. Maybe it's good, maybe it's bad, but your gut feeling, it's just a feeling you got. More about instinct than anything. All right, and I have a gut feeling that your English is getting better and you learned a lot from this video. See you next video. Hey, this is Bill, and I've got a video for you about smoking cigarettes, all right? Now, in a lot of foreign countries, they don't really like people smoking cigarettes everywhere. So you gotta be careful when you're traveling that you choose to smoke in the right places. Now, usually you will see a sign that just says smoking area, whether this is in an outside place or even a bar or restaurant. You should try to find a sign that says smoking area. If you cannot find a sign, an easy thing to do, and this is what I always did in America, is just check the ground, and if you see people have thrown down their trashed cigarettes on the ground, that means many people have been smoking there, so it's probably okay if you do too. All right? Now, but if you are in a nice place that's gonna let you smoke, the first thing you should ask for is an ashtray. Okay? This is so you can properly put your cigarette ashes and then also trash out your cigarettes in the nice ashtray. So, may I please have an ashtray? It's chaturi juseo. Yeah, I just did that. Okay. Now, if you're the kind of person you don't know where to buy cigarettes, or you ran out, or maybe you just want to have one, what you can say to ask someone for a cigarette, a very common expression would be, can I bum a smoke? Now, smoke means a cigarette, okay? So if you say to someone, can I bum a smoke? You're just asking, may I have one cigarette, please? You say that to someone. You see someone smoking in the restaurant or in the bar, you ask them, and if they're nice, they will share their cigarettes with you. Or they'll say, I don't bum cigarettes. If they're rude, who knows? But now, also, sometimes you go into a convenience store, or maybe you're in a bar, and maybe you don't usually smoke. Maybe smoking is something you don't do very often. So here's a phrase you can ask. You can ask, do you sell loosies? Now, a loosie means a single cigarette, because you don't want an entire box of cigarettes, you just want one. So that's what we call a loosie. And they'll sell it at, a low price because you're just buying one cigarette. Some bars do this, and also some convenience stores. For the people who don't really smoke, maybe just on the weekend, or maybe you're in a bar and you had too much to drink, so now you want a cigarette, you can ask, do you sell loosies? So one more time, find your smoking area, because that's okay. Nobody's going to bother you if you're smoking in a smoking area. If you're sitting in a restaurant or a bar, ask for an ashtray. Please, may I have an ashtray? That's where you can put your cigarettes when you're finished. Then there is, oh, I have no cigarettes. Well, maybe you see someone smoking, or maybe your friend has some cigarettes. Hey, can I bum a smoke? And if you're nice and you smile, they'll probably give you one. But if nobody has any, ask the bartender or the convenience store person, hey, do you sell loosies? And maybe they'll have a pack that they'll take out one cigarette and they'll sell you just one cigarette, if that's all you need. Okay. I hope this was helpful for you, and I hope to see you next video. Thank you. Hi, this is Bill, and in this video, I'm going to explain to you some easy online gaming slang. All right, many people love to play games online because there's so many choices out there. Warcraft has been going for a long time. There's the StarCraft, there's the new Diablo, and of course every year there's a new Call of Duty where people run around shooting guns, killing each other online. So, what people have been saying when they've been doing this for a long time are some easy phrases here. Now, a simple one here is to start off noob, okay? Now, noob, it was first newbie, and that means a new person to the game. So someone is still learning how to play the game, and they're probably making a lot of mistakes. So when people playing a game use the term noob, they usually use it to tease someone. They mean it in a bad way, kind of, this noob has no idea, or this noob is easy to kill, or I don't want a noob on my team because we will lose. All right, now on the other side of that one, someone who's been playing a game for a long time, they have a lot of skill. So they know the tricks, they know where to go, they know how to win. So someone who's very good at a game, they're gonna win a lot. And what they say is pwn. It's pronounced pwned, okay? They don't type the O, but they say pwned. And what this means is, if you're playing a game like Call of Duty with guns, you shoot someone, say, I just pwned you, all right? Because it's like, I just owned you. I'm better than you, so I pwn you because I'm better, all right? So yeah, use that, but only if you're winning, all right? If you're winning, you can say, I just pwned you, because then you look very strong. Then, simple ones here for like online games with teams and things like that. There are what we call NPCs. That's just how you pronounce it. You say NPCs, but then like plural. So just NPCs. Don't say S. Now, this means non-player character. So in a game like Diablo, these are like the monsters that you fight, that another player is not controlling. They're just part of the game that you have to go through. So maybe you're playing on a team in Warcraft and you say things like, these NPCs are really tough. That means difficult. You're having a hard time finishing the level because all the monsters or soldiers you have to fight are very difficult to get through. So we say NPCs, characters that are part of the game, non-player characters. Now, if you think that means non-player character, there's also PCs. Now, not personal computers like the PC room. When online gaming slang, when you're talking or typing, if you write PCS, we say PCs. This means player characters. These are the characters in the game that other people are controlling. All right, so maybe we need more PCs to join. So maybe you're trying to plan something in a game that requires a lot of players, so you need more PCs to join your team before you can go and finish what level you're trying to do. So one more time, we have noob for the new person. So if you see someone running around in circles, they don't know what they're doing, this noob has no idea. Or I hate noobs because they don't understand the game. And then of course, I just pwned you, or I'm pwning a lot today. It means I'm winning a lot today. Then we have, these NPCs are really tough. These monsters are tough. The NPCs of the game are giving us a lot of difficulty. And then PCs, we need more PCs to join. Oh, there's many PCs playing today, just means there's many people playing today. Okay, I hope that helps you with your online gaming, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you. Hello, I'm Bill, and in this video, we're going to talk about how you can introduce yourself and your job. Because when you're meeting new people, knowing what you do for a living is kind of important, and it happens a lot. So, think about what's important about who you are and what you do for work. Now, think about the three most important things. They are easy: your name, standard when you introduce yourself, and then also your title. Now, your title is what you do at your job. Maybe you are an accountant, an engineer, maybe you do marketing, or you're a salesman, or a manager. Any of these things, okay, that tells a lot about you as a person or what your job title is. And then also, company. What company do you work for? Because different companies do different things. If you work for a company like Samsung, you probably know a lot about electronics. If you work for a company like Doosan, you probably know more about heavy machinery and industry. So that explains a lot about who you are as well. So if you're introducing yourself and your job, you want to focus name, title, company. The order's not too important. We'll talk about that later. But here, as an example, I will introduce myself to you so you can see how people do it. All right, let's take a look at my example. Okay, so this is my official introduction. I say, "Hello, my name is Bill, and I am an English professor at a university in Suwon." So one more time. This is how I say my introduction. "Hello, my name is Bill, and I am an English professor at a university in Suwon." There. As you just saw, I clearly said my name, my title, and my company. Now, there are many universities in Suwon. That's why I didn't say the exact name, because not everyone knows every university in Suwon. But that's okay, not very important. Also, just remember, always start name first. Then company and title, you can put them in a different order if you want to. And in the next examples, you can see how there's different ways to organize your introduction. Let's take a look. So let's look at a few examples of how to introduce you and your job. My name is David, and I am a director at SK. Again, my name is David, and I am a director at SK. There's another way to do it. I'm Paul, and I currently work in the Human Resources Department at Doosan. Listen to it again. I'm Paul, and I currently work in the Human Resources Department at Doosan. Now we'll take one more look. You have, my name is Chris, and I do marketing for Samsung. Listen again. My name is Chris, and I do marketing for Samsung. So there you have it, several examples that can help you remember how to do this. Okay? If you remember them, you should be more than ready and confident to introduce yourself and your job. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you next video. Hello, I'm Bill, and in this video, I'm going to tell you about 2 questions you need to know for business. Okay? Now, they're really easy, so you should not have any stress about this. Okay? What we have here is this question, what do you do? Now, if you say it really fast, what do you do? Sounds a little strange, but just don't worry, go natural with it. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? That's what people want to know. Now, if this question were longer, what do you do on the weekend? Well, now it's about your weekend, your hobbies, your fun time. But if the question is just, what do you do? It's about work, and that's all it is. So if you ask me, what do you do? I say, I'm a teacher. That's my job. That's my work. Now, of course, you may have to change a to an if you're, I'm an engineer, or I'm a student, just the A, okay? That's what we have. So think job title for this one. Now, there's also here, I'm in charge of. Now, in charge, that means duty. What are you responsible for? What do you need to do for your job? If you're a leader of a marketing team, you may say, I'm in charge of a marketing team. You're the leader. That's your duty. Take care of them. Or you ask me, I'm in charge of helping my students. That's what I have to do. So I'm in charge of my students. Of course, a very easier than that, we have the simple, where do you work? Now, you can say the company name. You can be very specific and say something like, I work at Worry Bank. Or you don't have to say the company name. You can just say, I work at a bank. That's fine too. Let's look at some example dialogue where we put these two questions together, okay? All right, here's our first examples here. The question was, what do you do? Well, the easy answers, I'm a doctor, or I'm a banker, or I'm an accountant. It's whatever you do. The next question, where do you work? Well, I work at a bank. I work at a store. I work at a school. Just the place you work at, put that in there. All right, just like those two phrases I just showed you, there's another question that's very common, especially in American conversation. And it goes like this. What do you do for a living? Now, for a living, you know, we all have to live. We all have to pay for it. So that's our job right there. So it's basically asking, how do you pay for your life? What do you do for a living? Now, just like the what do you do question, you can simply answer, I'm a teacher, I'm an engineer, I'm an accountant. Or you can go ahead and give a full, longer description of, I work in the personnel department at SK. So you can keep it short, you can keep it long, that's okay. Let's take a look at examples of long and short answers to this question, all right? Now here's the longer question, what do you do for a living? Now, the short answer would just be, I'm a teacher. And that's fine. But you can also give a longer answer like, I work in the legal department for Lotte. So here you can go short answer or long answer. Both are okay. Okay, so there you have it. 3 simple questions you can use when you meet new people in business. The what do you do, which is always about work. Remember that. What do you do? People want to know about your job. Then the where do you work? Just what's your company? Where is it? What do you do? And then of course, what do you do for a living? That's all about how you earn your money so you can live. I hope this was helpful for you, and I'll see you next video. Hi, I'm Bill, and in this video, we're going to talk about some business small talk. Now, remember, small talk is just conversations that are not important, okay? They're not about giving a lot of details. It's just easy conversation, usually when you don't know what else to talk about. Now, these questions are about business, and you can use them at work with a coworker. You can use it when you meet friends, or just when you're having conversations with new people. It can also be a get to know you kind of question. And well, the first one here would be, how's business? Or like, how's work? Kind of like that. Just, how is your job going? Now remember, you don't care about details. It's just, how's business? So a positive answer would just be, business is great. Thank you for asking. Or, I'm having a very good month at my job. No stress. But then there's also the negative side. How's business? Oh, it's not good right now. My company's losing money. Or, oh, I have too much work to do. I'm so busy. It happens, okay? But now, this is the short one, how's business? You can also go with the, what has business been like? It's kind of this week or last month, very close. How has business been? Same meaning, just a different way of asking the question. Same thing. What has business been like? Now here, the answer would probably be something like, business has been good. Business has been not so good. Let's take a look at some written examples really quick. All right, here's some first examples. Okay, question is, how's business? Well, you can say, business is good. Or you could say, work is good. Then, kind of bad right now, because it's not always good. Sometimes work is not good. And then the other question, what's business been like? You can say, it's been all right. You could say, it's been stressful. Or, it's been a good month so far. All right, now let's say you're in a situation. You're not at work, you're out to dinner, you're meeting new people, and someone asks you, how's business? Well, maybe you don't want to talk about your job. You want to talk about something else. Well, there are easy ways to move on from the question. Polite ways and easy ways. So if someone asks you, how's business? You can just quickly say, it's the same old, same old. Fast answer, no details, and it answers their question, but also hints to them, let's talk about something else. You can also just do the business is business. Just, my business is my business. That's what it is. So let's take a look at some written examples of using these to avoid the question. Now, for when you want to avoid the question is, how's business? You can quickly end the conversation by saying, it's the same old, same old. Or you could say, business is business. Here's a very simple dialogue that you might see. So Bill says, hey Bob, how's business? Bob says, oh, business is business. Bill says, I see. Bob, how's your work? Bill, it's the same old, same old. Okay, I hope you found this helpful. And if you can remember, to start the conversation, how's business? What has business been like? But then, of course, if you want to avoid the conversation and not talk about business, you can just do the, it's the same old, or business is business, because it always is. All right, I hope you learned something. See you next video. Hello everyone, I'm Bill, and today we're going to talk about some easy questions you can ask, or maybe you get asked when you meet a foreign visitor for the first time, okay? Because we got to remember, Maybe you meet them at the airport when they come in. Maybe you meet them at your office when they visit. Or maybe at a business dinner, you get introduced to someone. You say your names, shake hands. This is a good thing to say, okay? Now, we all know to get to Korea, people have to travel very far, usually. So, it's always nice to ask, how was the flight? Because sometimes it's a long airplane ride, a long flight. So if you ask, how was the flight? Maybe, it was fine, or I slept the whole way, if they're lucky. I can't sleep on airplanes, so I'm jealous. Then, you also have, was your journey okay? Same thing, just a different way of saying it. Be, yes, it was long, but it was comfortable. That's all right. But now also, maybe you are in a different country and you meet someone and they ask you, was your flight okay? Was it okay coming here? And again, you can just say, it was good, thank you. Or, not too comfortable. Or, the service was not very good. So really, you can get different answers for all of these questions. People can talk about how long the flight was, how comfortable they were, the service they received. So a lot of different ways to answer these. So let's take a look at some sample dialogues that show how these are used. All right, here's dialogue 1. You say, how was your flight? The visitor, it was comfortable, but I still had a hard time sleeping. So you should say, I'm sorry to hear that. And visitor, that's okay. I can rest at the hotel. Dialogue 2. You can ask, was your journey okay? Visitor, it was fine. Thank you for asking. So here you just respond, it was my pleasure. Dialogue 3. Now, if you travel, maybe the foreigner says to you, was the flight okay? And maybe you answer, it was all right, but the service was slow. So the foreigner says, maybe you should try another airline company next time. And you can say, I think I will. All right, now you have 3 easy questions you can ask a foreign visitor when you meet them for the first time. Just how was your flight? Was the journey okay? Was the flight okay? So, when you're introduced to a foreign visitor, don't be nervous, because this is a very simple thing you can ask them when you're shaking their hand. All right? I hope you can remember this, and I'll see you next time. Hello, I'm Bill. Now, maybe you saw in another video we talked about asking a foreign visitor about their flight over. Well, that's good. Now, to continue from that though, a good thing to ask them about would be, how is the hotel they're staying in? Because some people, they don't like sleeping in hotels, so nice hotel is always good. Now, the question you can ask, very easy, would be, how is the hotel? Again, this shows that you care and you worry about them. Well, there's different things they can talk about when they answer your question. They could talk about the service at the hotel. Now, the service would be, are the workers friendly? Do they have good food at the hotel? If there's a problem, do they fix it quickly? All right. Now, also, the comfort of the hotel, okay? Is it clean? Very important. Is it clean? Is the bed nice? Do they have soft pillows? All right? That's important because they want to feel comfortable when they're in a foreign country. And then another thing that they could talk about would be location of the hotel. Is the location a very noisy place? Okay, that makes it hard for them to sleep at night. Or is the location good in that is the location close to things that the visitor wants to see and do? Is it an interesting location or is it a boring location? But still, asking the visitor, how is the hotel, is a good way to make them feel more comfortable with you. So let's take a look at sentences in how this is used and answered. Okay, so the question is, how is the hotel? Well, possible answers can be, I have everything I need. The service is friendly. The location is close to where I need to be. It's very comfortable. All are very possible answers. Okay, now I want to tell you another way to ask this question about how is the hotel. Now, a common question that people ask would be this. It is the hotel to your suiting? Now, this is underlined here because to your suiting just means the same as is the hotel something you like? Is it likable? Do you like it? So, because it starts with is, this quick answer would just be yes it is, or no it isn't. But you could get longer because this is a long question, so let's give a good answer. So we ask, is the hotel to your suiting? Common answer, it suits me just fine, or it suits me well enough. But you can also just say things like, I think it's good, or I am comfortable there. Just very basic answers about the hotel. Let's see some written examples on how this is used. The question is the hotel to your suiting? And your possible answers can be, yes it is, thanks. It suits me just fine. Or, I am happy there. All are possible and fine answers. All right, so there you have ways to ask a foreign visitor, how is the hotel? Because it's important for them to be comfortable while they're visiting your company. So just remember, how is the hotel? And is the hotel to your suiting? Both mean the same thing, but just different ways of saying it keeps it more interesting for when you're talking. So I hope that helps you, and I hope you remember it. See you next time.
What's the worst hotel you stayed at?
Worst hotel I've ever stayed at? It's a dingy little villa hotel in New Orleans one time for Mardi Gras. They said it was great because it was really close to downtown, but it was more of like a closet that they made into a small hotel room just to make money off tourists.
Was it dirty or clean?
Well, the blankets and the bed were clean, but no, the rest of it wasn't at all. The floor was pretty dirty, the bathroom was dirty, and it was way too expensive because they were taking advantage of the holiday.
Do you remember how much it cost?
No, I don't. It was about 9 years ago.
What about in Korea? In Korea, what was the worst hotel you've been to in Korea?
Probably just the one in Boryung because the mud festival was happening, and just because there is every place in Boryung during the mud festival is dirty because people walk around covered in mud. So no matter where you go, everywhere there's mud, inside, outside, there is no clean place. And again, Thursday night we got there, the hotel was only 30,000 won. But then Friday, because it's the weekend, they told us next night is 100,000 won. And no matter what I did, there was mud and sand everywhere. Even in the bed, even in the bathroom. Just can't stop it. I'm Bill, and what we have right here is a small talk video, usually good for when you're meeting a foreign visitor who's in Korea on business, and maybe you can't think about what to talk about. Well, how about the weather? Easy topic. So there's 3 different questions I want us to talk about the weather and how to ask a foreign visitor. So here's the first one here. It goes, how is the weather over there? Now here, over there, that means their country, the foreign visitor's country. How is the weather over there in your country? Now, of course, their answer is going to start with it's, the it is, meaning the weather is. So now maybe they could say it's hotter than in Korea, or maybe they say it's colder than in Korea, or even maybe more of an answer, they could say, it's raining a lot right now over there. Remember that. Okay, let's look at the next question. Okay, here we are with the next question. Now, the next question you can ask the foreign visitor would be this. Is the weather good in your country this time of year? Now, we say time of year, that means right now. So, there's a lot of different ways for someone to answer this question. Because it starts with is, the easy answer would just be, yes it is, or no it isn't. But giving boring answers isn't good. So you got to think, there's lots of ways to do this. You could say, the weather's wonderful right now. Or if the weather's very bad, maybe they could joke and say, I'm happy to travel because the weather in my country is not fun. Now, there's no real common answer, so it takes a lot of practicing, but there are some easy answers along the lines of, it's very good right now, or no, it's too cold in my country. Things like that are fine. Okay, let's look at the last question. Okay, we're on to the last question. And the last question, it's a comparative, okay? We have to think about that. And it goes like this. Is the weather different from here? That just means, is the weather different in your country from Korea? So we have to use the ER here, and I'll explain, don't worry. So we think, it is hotter than here, or it is colder than here. Now, there's other ways of doing it too. We could just say, it is raining more than here, okay? Or it is more windy than here. These are all fine as well. Now, let's think about all 3 questions and look at examples of them. Okay, let's now review the questions. Question 1, how is the weather over there? Sample answers, it's not as hot as Korea, or usually very cold, or nothing special, hot in the summer and cold in the winter. Question 2, is the weather good in your country this time of year? Can say, yes, it is very enjoyable. Or, it's a lot like Korea. Or, no, it's not good this time of year. Question 3, is the weather different from here? Can say, it's colder than here, it's more windy than here, or it's snowing more than here. All right, so those are 3 small talk questions you can ask a foreign visitor about the weather in their home country. And maybe you'll be surprised how they answer. Because I know for me, Korea in the summer is much hotter than where I'm from in America. Okay? I'm from Michigan, where it rains a lot. It gets hot in the summer, but not as hot as Korea. So in the summertime, while I live here in Korea, I'm very uncomfortable sometimes just because of the heat. That's just my feeling. So ask other foreign visitors about the weather in their countries and enjoy the small talk. Have a good time. Hello, I'm Bill, and what I have for you here is small talk conversation, okay? Now, this is a great way to start a conversation with small talk because it's all about current events and things that are happening right now. So, if you're having trouble starting a conversation, you can use these to get things going, okay? Now, the phrases are, we'll start with this one. I hear that. Now, you can say, I hear that, or I heard that. You can use present tense or past tense. Both are fine, okay? But now, you would use I hear that, I hear that the election will start soon. Now, you say I hear that when you're listening to other people, or maybe the radio in your car, or a podcast on your smartphone. That's when you're listening to something and you get news when you listen. That's when you say, I hear that the election will start soon because my podcast told me that. That's a good way. Now, the other one would be here. I read that the economy is getting better. Now, I read that because I was on the internet reading news on the internet, or maybe a newspaper if you read that. But anyway, mostly internet or an email from someone who's talking about something going on. That's fine. So it's just, I read that the economy is getting better. You read about it, now you want to talk about it with someone. That's fine. Then we have, I saw that. Now, you use this when you're watching TV and you see something on TV, tells you news of what's happening. Now, good example here. I saw that my favorite actor has a new movie coming. Okay, so that's good news right there. And maybe you want to talk about your coworker or friend about that news. So again, look at one more time. I hear that the election will start soon. So can we talk about the election? Or I read that the economy is getting better. Let's talk about the economy now. Or I saw that my favorite actor is making a new movie. Is he your favorite? Do you like the new movie? Small talk. Let's look at some sample dialogues of these things being used. Dialogue 1. I hear that there is a music festival this weekend. Yes, I'm thinking about going. Who are you going with? Dialogue 2. I read that Samsung stock will go down soon. Really? Where did you read that? I read it on my internet news feed. Dialogue 3. I saw that Height Jinro is coming out with a new beer. Where did you see that? On the news last night. Okay, so that's some great ways to start a small talk conversation, okay? It's all about current events and what did you hear about? What did you read about? And what did you see? And take that information and go start a conversation. I hope it works out for you and you should try it very soon. All right, good luck. See you next video. Hello, I'm Bill, and what I have right here is some ways for you to tell your opinion to other people, okay? Because maybe you're having a discussion or maybe even a small argument, but these are good ways to tell how you're feeling and what you think should be done. Now, I have two positive ways here, okay, for what you think are good ideas. So these are for your good ideas. And then down here, I have two negatives for when you want to talk about bad ideas. Now, an example here with this phrase, I think that. So if you have a good idea, you can start with this phrase to tell people your good idea, okay? Maybe even something simple like, I think that we should eat healthy food, okay? Good idea, eat healthy food. So I think that we should eat healthy food. Same thing here. We talk about this. My belief is. Now this is almost the same as I think that. You can use it the same way, okay? But now, we can use this throughout business here. You could say, my belief is we are spending too much money on marketing. That's a problem right there. So if you think you're spending too much money, tell people, my belief is we are spending too much money on marketing, okay? So you think it's a good idea to stop that. Now for the negatives here, we have this one, talking about bad ideas. I don't think that. Now, an easy one here would be, I don't think that is good for the company. Maybe someone's going to make a bad decision, so you want to speak and try to stop it. So, I don't think that is a good decision. You want to change that, better decision. Now, same thing. I disagree that, okay? This could easily go, I disagree that will help the company, okay? Again, someone's going to make a bad decision. You want to tell them that your opinion says it's a bad decision. We need to change it. So I disagree that will help the company. Okay, let's look at some examples. Dialogue 1. I think that is a good deal. You're right. It used to be more expensive. Dialogue 2. My belief is that we should focus more on advertising. That's a good idea. Now more people will know what we're selling. Dialogue 3. I don't think that we should have a meeting on Friday. I understand your feeling. There isn't anything new to tell the employees. Dialogue 4. I disagree that the new contract is better than the old one. I suppose the old one was more clear about expectations. All right, now you know some ways to tell people your opinion, both in a positive way and in a negative way. Remember, for positive, just the I think that, or my belief is. You say that when you want to share a good idea. But then there's always the I don't think that, or I disagree that. This is when you want to stop people from making a bad decision, or you have a better idea than what they have there. You can use these at work when you're talking about business. You can use them at home or even in your normal life. Just anytime you have a discussion with people or even an argument, these are great ways to let them hear your opinion. All right, I hope that's helpful and I hope you use them soon. Thank you. Hi, this is Bill, and in this video I'm going to show you a term that is perfect for a business situation, okay? Now, maybe you already know the word compromise. Well, there's a phrase you can use that means the same thing as compromise. It's just easy to say, kind of casual, and it's great for sentences, okay? Now that phrase is meet in the middle, all right? Now, it's exactly what you think, all right? So now, you can think about it like this. There's two men having a business negotiation, okay? And now maybe the first man wants the price to be $20, okay? And the second man he wants the price to be $10. Okay, well, the first man doesn't want $10 and the second man doesn't want $20. So they negotiate and then they decide to meet in the middle. That means the man who wants $20 comes down and the man who wants $10 comes up, and they choose $15. See that? They both give up a little. They meet in the middle. It's a fair way to finish a negotiation. Because if you look at the sentence I've written up here, it says, let's meet in the middle so we can both be happy. It's kind of like everybody wins if you meet in the middle. This is good for business when you're talking about contracts or prices of things. You can actually also use this if you're shopping at a market and maybe you think the person selling something is asking for a price too high. Maybe you offer a lower price, and after some talking, maybe you meet in the middle or compromise. Same meaning, okay? If you meet in the middle, both sides win, all right? Let's look at some written examples of this being used. Here are some sentences of how you can use meet in the middle. We are both far from what we want, but if we meet in the middle, we can both be happy. I want 20 items, and you think I should get 10, so let's meet in the middle and make it 15 items. Why don't we meet in the middle so we can finish this negotiation? So there you see some easy and practical examples of using the phrase meet in the middle. Now, it's a good phrase to know for business because it's common. Everybody uses it at some time when they're negotiating. It's a good term to use, so if you practice it and you use it, I promise you that English speakers know the meaning and will think it fits perfectly into your conversation, okay? So get out there and start talking to people about meeting in the middle when you're trying to negotiate or decide on something, okay? I hope you use it, and I'll see you next video. All right, hi, this is Bill, and just so you know, I love baseball. Longest game in American history. All right, now, what we have here is, I've made a very bad drawing, but it'll do us well here. So what we have here is, I've made the infield. And of course, you know, it all starts at home with the hitter, you know. And then of course we've got our first base, our second base, and our third base. And this right here, that's where the pitcher stands, right like that, so he can throw the ball to home plate here. All right, now, what I'm going to explain to you today is just how a player, how the hitter is going to get on base. Now, the first way a hitter can get on base is what we would call a walk or a base on balls. Now, that means that the pitcher here, he's throwing bad, and the hitter, just watch. 1, no, 2, 3, 4. He throws 4 balls, okay? That's not a strike. You know, 3 strikes, out. But 4 balls, there you go. You get to go to first base. That is a walk or a base on balls. Now, that might not be exciting because no one's actually hitting the ball. That's more exciting. So now, if the hitter at home plate here, he's standing there and he swings and he hits the ball out here and he gets to first base, that's a single, okay? He gets to first base, he's safe, that's a single for him, all right? Now, if he's very lucky, he goes ahead and he hits the ball, it goes a little farther. And then he can run first base to second base. He gets to second base, all safe, he gets a double. All right, that's a double. He hit a double. All right, and then, not very common, this one's not normal, but sometimes a very fast man like Lee Jong-wook, he can hit the ball and it goes out here. And someone fast like Lee Jong-wook, he can run to first, to second, to third. And third base, safe. That we call a triple, okay? Not many baseball players can hit a triple, but the fast ones, they can do it. Now, again, if you're the strong baseball player, the strong hitter, well then, maybe you can hit a ball so far that it goes out of the stadium. And when that happens, dun, 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 home run. Okay? What they say is, he hit a home run, now he's going to touch them all. Touch first, touch second, touch third, home, all is good. Home run, the most exciting thing in baseball. So if we think about it one more time, you get to first base, safe, you got a single. You get to second base, that's a double. You get to third, you got a triple. Or boom, big shot, home run. And then remember, if the pitcher, he's throwing bad, you might get a walk or a base on balls. And it's like a free walk to first base. All right, that's words for getting on base. I hope it helped you. Thank you for watching. Hi, this is Bill, and here I have a video for you about signs of bad luck and good luck. Now, really quickly here, bad luck is, of course, in one day you have many bad things happen to you, and you just think, wow, what bad luck that all these bad things are happening to me in one day. Now, of course, good luck, that means good things are happening. Just one good thing and another good thing and another good thing. It's just like, yeah, I've got good luck today and I like it. Well, some people in the West, like Canada and America, they believe in signs of luck, whether it's bad or whether it's good. Now, some examples here. Now, bad luck. These are things that people want to stay away from. Now, people don't like the number 13. A lot like in Korea, they don't like the number 4. People don't like the number 13. Now, very long history about that, but it's so bad actually that on many airplanes in America, there's no row or seat 13 because people don't want to sit there on an airplane because they think they'll have bad luck and the airplane will crash. So it's that bad. Now, also, people believe if they're walking outside and they see a black cat, they believe that soon someone will trick them. Now, this isn't so bad. Don't be rude to the cat. Be nice to the cat. Just tell it to go away and then be careful the rest of the day because someone's going to try to trick you. That's what people believe. So if you're careful and you catch someone trying to trick you, then you won. No bad luck for you. Now, the other thing here, if there's a broken mirror, maybe you're doing something silly, but if you drop a mirror and you break the mirror, people think that means you will have bad luck for 7 years. So that's a long time. So you would want to avoid breaking any mirrors at best you can. So enough of the scary things right here. How about some good luck? Because we need this one. All right. Now, a very simple one is if you're walking outside and you find a coin just laying on the ground, pick it up. You're going to have good luck today. The old saying goes, See a penny, pick it up. All day long, you'll have good luck. Okay, now here's another one that can mean two different things. Let's say it's summertime and you open a window or open your front door, and let's say a butterfly comes in your house and it's flying around your house. Now, there's two meanings for this one. If the butterfly is a very light color, like white or yellow or pink, that means something good is going to happen with your love life, okay? You'll meet the perfect man or you'll meet the perfect woman and you'll fall in love. So if you see a bright colored butterfly in your house, good love is coming for you. Now, if the butterfly is a dark color, like dark blue or black, don't get scared. It's not like a black cat. A dark colored or black butterfly means you will have good luck with your business. You'll go to work and something good will happen. Maybe a promotion, or maybe you'll get more money, or you'll get a better job. So just think, bright colored butterfly, good love for you. Dark colored butterfly, that means something good with your work. So as you see, we've got our bad luck signs and our good luck signs. Now there's a lot more, but this is just a small sample of it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Hi, I'm Bill, and I'm just going to tell you the reason why Americans are so fat. All right? Because everyone around the world is always thinking, oh, look at those fat-ass Americans, or Americans, they can't stop eating. Okay, well, there's a big reason why. Actually, there's many reasons why, and I'll explain them as I go. Now, the first reason why Americans are fat, it's not because all we eat are hamburgers and pizzas every day, okay? People think that, but that's not it, okay? The main reason Americans are fat is because they don't have the right portion control. Portion's just how much food you eat at one time, okay? So the average American, their breakfast will be this big. Their lunch is this big. Their dinner is this big. That's backwards. It should be the other way around. They're eating too much food late in the day for before they go to bed. So that's the first reason why. They don't have portion control, eating too much at the wrong time. Now, the other thing is what Americans put on the food, okay? We love our butter. We love our cream. We love cheese. Okay? Even if you think about a sandwich, a normal sandwich should just be bread and meat and maybe some vegetables. That's not terrible. You got 3 food groups in one place. But then, hey, here comes the big American. He wants to put mayonnaise all over it. He wants to put cheese all over it. He wants to dip it in some greasy ranch sauce and then ask for seconds. That's a big reason why Americans are so fat. Now, I've been listening to this ever since I came to Korea 5 years ago. I walk into a classroom and the students all say, hey, Bill's from Canada. I'm like, why am I from Canada? They say, because you're not fat and all Americans are fat. Well, not all of us, but a lot of us are. And another big reason why is because we have the fattest poor people in the world, okay? And well, there's a reason for that too. Poor people can only afford to buy cheap food. And well, what food is the cheapest food? The bad food. Believe it or not, in America, cola is cheaper than water. And meats like bologna and food that is very unhealthy, that's the only food that poor people can buy. So really, if you want to eat healthy food, you need to have more money. So there you go. It's all about portions, it's all about what we put on the food, and then the cheapest food is the most unhealthy for you. You want to buy fresh fruit, it's going to cost you more than buying a bunch of cola. All right, I hope that explains something. Goodbye. Hi, this is Bill, and I'm in the kitchen. Not for cooking, but to talk about beer, because many people all over the world love beer. And there's lots of different kinds of beer out there that you can drink and enjoy. Well, today I'm just going to tell you about the two main kinds of beer. All right? There's two main groups, and that is your lagers and your ales. Now, I'll explain lager first. Lager is a very light beer, very easy taste, very light taste, and you can actually see through the liquid. We call it clear beer because you look and you can see the other side through the beer. All right? Much like all of the Korean-made beer, such as Cass, OB, Height, that is all lager beer. Now, the ales are much darker than the lager. So here's the lager right there, and you can see the color. Now, here's one type of ale, and you see it's kind of brown, all right? Now this one is not as dark as this one. So really, this might be a light ale. This is a dark ale, just because of the color. Now, the reason a lager is different from an ale is because ales just have more ingredients put in them. They're made with the same things, but just more are put into ales. And also, ales have more hops, okay? All beers have hops, but ales have more. And a hop is what gives beer kind of a bitter, like flowery taste almost. And you can notice it when you drink an ale, but when you drink a lager, it's very hard to taste the hop because they use such little amount of it. So basically, for a thicker taste, you get the ales. But if you want it to just be easy to drink, you go lager. There's an easy difference between a lager and an ale. I hope you learned something. Thank you.